I got to take a shower. My wife's got dinner is almost ready, so we're going to be eating soon. But I wanted to discuss the Marines protest, and I wanted to discuss my personal ideas and what I feel it's going to take to win. Okay, so I guess I'll just wait to see if a couple of people show up here. It's not going to be a long live, but I feel this is important for us to discuss this. Um, I just want to start off by saying anybody, not just a Marine, who fights the good fight against corruption, I respect them and I applaud them. And I just want to make that clear up front because I think a lot of people are misunderstanding this. They feel like I'm against the Marine. I'm not against him. Okay. I respect him to the highest level for what he did today. And everyone who attended that protest, I respect him to the highest level. So this is not a question of if I respect people or if I applaud them, because I do. I don't know. It's like everyone keeps saying you're a hater. I'm not a hater. I respect what the Marine did. But just unfortunately, it's not enough. It's you have to have common sense. You know what it is in life? You just have to have a little thing called common logical sense. Do you actually believe? See, because now everyone's talking about how because Charles Payne is covering this, it's getting millions of views because it's getting nationwide coverage. What you don't understand is that what are people actually seeing? So when they're watching Charles Payne, what are they seeing? They're seeing under 100 people at a protest on a megaphone. I hate to break this to all of you. Throughout my life, I've seen so many things similar to this. Like, it could be for people who worked at Verizon and the unions weren't, meeting their pay requirements. And there would be like 100 people outside the Verizon building and they'd be talking on megaphone. Like I could give you a million examples. And you want to know what this is called? It's called boring. Okay, Sam the Great, we're having Mexican and lasagna actually tonight because some of us wanted. I was dying for my wife's lasagna, but at the same time, my wife wanted Mexican. Pirate Jack, I saw the video. I don't know what video you saw that there were 700 people. I don't know. Send it to me. Okay, my email is Richard. And even if it was 700 people, it's still not enough. But I don't know what you saw. But send me an email if you have my email. It's Richard RICHARD L as in Larry, E as in Edward 101 at gmail.com. But let's put that aside. Let's say it's 1,000 people, Pirate Jack. How about that? Let's up it to 1,000 people. You're dealing with the world's most powerful people. Do you understand all of this? Can't you all just use your brains for 1 second? You're dealing with Ken Griffin. Let's talk about him. He's got over $50 billion in assets. He has officially became Citadel is officially the world's most successful hedge fund in history. While he has over 50 billion in assets, we lost $350 billion in 2022. Okay, Pirate Jack Sparrow, listen to me. How do you expect to compete with someone like Ken Griffin? By having a few hundred people at a protest screaming on a megaphone in front of the SEC? Do you really think that you're going to compete with Ken Griffin? It's like, you know what it is? I feel like I'm talking to people and it's like, I don't know if you have the required IQ or the intellect to understand what I'm saying. Okay, let me give you an analogy. Who feels they could beat Mike Tyson at their prime? Let me give you an example. Now, I'm not talking about Mike Tyson of today. I'm talking about Mike Tyson in the 80s in his prime. Who believes, tell me right now, that you could beat him? I can't, that guy would knock me out with one punch. I'm admitting it to you, okay? So what I'm trying to make you understand this. Imagine going into the ring with Mike Tyson at his prime and trying to win. It's not going to happen, right? You're going to get destroyed. You're going to get like completely wrecked, okay? So that's what's happening in Wall Street. Because we are not on a leveled playing field battling and competing against these hedge funds, we're losing the battle. Okay, so we have to get on a leveled playing field. Now, the funny thing is what you don't realize is we have enough people in this movement to actually compete with Ken Griffin. This is what's crazy. You want to hear what's crazy? There are enough people in our movement where we can compete and beat Ken Griffin. There is anywhere between 5 to 10 million AMC apes worldwide. So let's go with the higher number. Can we go with the higher number? Can we go with 10 million? Okay. If you had 10 million people and each person was willing to put up anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000, you're talking about your billions, 5 billion. You're talking, let me think actually, it 50 billion. I got to think about it. Let me do the math. 5,000, right, times 1,000 people is 5 billion. So that's 50 billion. That's 50 billion if you have 10 million people. Okay. I had to think of the math for a second. So you have a movement here that could actually raise the same amount of money that Ken Griffin has under his friggin' management. We have that, but we're not utilizing it for some reason. We're not utilizing it. You're giving your money to Ken Griffin instead of fighting against him and using your money to fight against Ken Griffin. What you're doing instead is giving him your money, because he's got a monopoly. He's a market maker. Every time you buy on a payment for order flow platform, the man makes money when you buy. The man makes money when you sell. The man's got who knows under the payroll. He hired Janet Yellen. Okay, paid her $200,000-$300,000 for the speaking arrangements. He donates money to every political powerhouse, DeSantis, you name it. The CEO of major corporations could be receiving donate. You don't know anything. What's up, Spontaneous Crusades? American Dream, what's up, brother? I didn't see Lucid. No, I'll go check that one out. I did not see that. You know, I figured something like that would happen, though. I made a video on it not too long ago, and I'm not in it right now. I don't hold a position in it, but I kind of figured that would happen at one point. That whole WISA thing, I'm down like a couple of $100. Don't even worry about it. It's like everyone's breaking my balls on that. I just bought that because of Goldman Sachs, the fact that they had 10% ownership. I'll hold it for a little while. Let's see if it goes to maybe $15. I'll get out of it. I'll make a little bit of money. What's up, Videos on Wheels? Love from India. God bless you. God bless India. So that's what I'm just trying to make all of you understand is that, look, I'm just going to level with you. We're dealing with the world's most powerful people, some people call it the Illuminati. Some people call it the New World Order. Whatever you want to call it, you call it. You're dealing with the world's most powerful people. You have to be on a level playing field. That's it. It's like I said, I don't know what else to say to you. You can't win otherwise. That's it. You can't. I'm sorry. Okay. You can't think that you could do small little things like a protest and think you're gonna beat the world's most powerful people. It's not going to happen. So the ideas that I have, okay, which you all disagree with, is to create a powerhouse. Okay, where not only do we acquire AMC, that's just the beginning, but we have funds that can be used to compete against Ken Griffin, to compete against the corruption, to compete against the SEC. And we could do it. We actually have enough people to accomplish this. But the problem is you're all thinking like losers. I hate to tell you, but I'm telling you the truth. And if you can't handle the truth, so be it. You're all thinking like losers. You're trying to take the easy way out. You're trying to find a way where, like, you don't have to spend money, you don't have to fight, you don't have to show up, you don't have to do anything, and you actually think that Ken Griffin is going to hand you trillions of dollars on a friggin' gold platter. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. Thank you, Hip Hop Lifestyle. Says he agrees. God bless. Daniel Sam, how you doing, brother? The Charles Payne news piece was so weak and underwhelming that I doubt anyone would even remember it. Let me tell you what the problem is. And that friggin' moron, you know that moron crypto fan? I hate that guy. He was trying to make a point with me, okay? So the point that crypto fan was trying to make is Apefather, he's like, it got millions of views. So it doesn't make a difference if there's only 100 or a few hundred people down there, he says, because it got millions of views. It does make a difference because, listen to me, I just wish you had common sense. If you were sitting down in your house and you're eating, let's say, a slice of pizza and you're watching Fox Business, okay, you're watching, and you see a bunch of morons, outside the SC, it's kind of embarrassing if you want to know the truth, and you see a bunch of them screaming on megaphones. Is that really going to spark your interest? Let's be honest with each other. My opinion is people will probably watch that for a period of 2 seconds and change the channel. So the thing I'm trying to make you, once again, I respect the Marine. I respect his effort, but it is simply not exciting. It's not. It's boring. It's not like who. No one wants to see this. It's boring. It's stupid. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, look, if it affects you, if you get angry, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. It's boring. And there is no way that a couple of hundred people screaming on a megaphone, holding up signs is going to make any difference. You're dealing with the most corrupt system in the world. I mean, I don't think you understand that. You're dealing with the most powerful, the most richest people in the world. And what do you really actually believe? A couple of hundred people talking on a megaphone with signs like, hey, how you doing? Hey, Gino, we're not going to take the corruption anymore. Do you actually think that that's going to do anything for us? It's, thank God, it's like I said before, listen to me, I'm a millionaire. I'm not a multi-millionaire. I'm not, listen to me, I'm not like worth 10 million. I'm not like the regulator, right? The regulator's worth 47 million. But I have enough money that I'm okay. And I'm not even, listen to me, I could completely lose all my AMC money. Seriously. And it could just go to zero and AMC could go bankrupt and I'm still okay. Thank God. I am still living fine. Because if I had to count on most of you people, I would be out in the street begging for change with a cup in my hands. I'd be washing people's windows and shit. Because it's like the mentality that most of you people have is so friggin' bad. It's so bad. And I try to be the voice of reason. I try to pump all of you up. I try to make you see the power that we truly have as a movement. But no matter what I say, it goes in one ear and it goes out the other. So I've come to the acceptance that there's a very good possibility I'm going to lose all my money in AMC. That's it. I've accepted it. I've accepted it. I'm not giving up the fight, but I'm just not dealing with people that have the intellect and the IQ and the balls and the diamond balls of steel to win. I'm just dealing with the wrong people. You're the wrong people. You just don't have it. And you wonder what's funny? You should have supported the Marine. You have to understand, we have to be like Mussolini. We have to be like the March of Rome. We have to have 10, 20, 30, 50,000 people at a protest. And you want to know something though? Even if we actually did that, I still think it wouldn't do anything. It would be exciting. I will say this. It would be exciting. It would spark an interest of the people watching it. If Charles Page were covering 50,000 people at a protest, it would be exciting, but it wouldn't be enough for Gary Gensler to do his job. See, let me tell you what you need for Gary Gensler to do his job. You need what's called guaranteed evidence, guaranteed proof, where he can't turn away from it. You understand? But the question is, how are we going to get this evidence? How are we going to get it? Do you really think that Adam Aron is going to bite the hand that feeds him? Do you really think that? Do you think Adam Aron is going to take the side of the apes over who knows whose side he's on, right? Okay, allegedly, right? So the thing is, how are we going to get this information? The only way I see it is by acquiring AMC. That's it. We have to acquire AMC. We literally have, and not only that, we have to put so much money in the bank that besides acquiring AMC, we have a tremendous amount of money to compete against the SEC, to compete against the most powerful people in the world. My idea is tremendous. I mean, I don't think you understand how big my idea is. My idea is, you're talking about, see, people think when they say to me, oh, so you just want to raise money to acquire AMC. No. I want to raise money to acquire AMC, and I want to raise money to compete against the world's most powerful people. We're talking about tens and tens of billions of dollars, my idea. But that is precisely the mindset that you need. That is what you need to win. That is what you need to compete with the world's most powerful people, the New World Order, the Illuminati. You gotta be huge. You gotta be gigantic. You people believe that you could just go to a protest, hold up signs, and shout on a megaphone, and you're going to beat the Illuminati? You're going to beat the. Do you understand the corruption that we're facing? Do you understand how big it is? Do you understand? And that's another thing. You're all like, oh my God, Apefather, why should you be the CEO? Because I have diamond balls of steel. I am not afraid of anybody. And don't even tell me that most of you people are not afraid. Don't even tell me that, because you want to know what the bottom line is that you're afraid of a lot of things. I've gotten so many people, oh, I'm afraid to go to a protest. I might get arrested. I might get shot. The Citadel might infiltrate the event. They might delist AMC. I might go to jail. Listen, don't even tell me that you have the balls to go up against the Illuminati, the New World Order, Ken Griffin. I do. I'm that crazy. You understand? And it might be a crazy ape you're looking for. I'm that crazy. But the thing is, I first need, like, the first thing you need before you go to war is you need ammunition. You need ammunition. Here's Tommy from the Bronx. Tommy, look, I understand his point. Tommy feels that I should have went to the protest. I could have had an opportunity to speak on Charles Payne. But Tommy, I love you, brother, and I respect you, brother. I respect you and I love you. But you're wrong about this one. And Tommy is not wrong about a lot of things. Tommy is right about a lot of things. This particular issue, I disagree with you. You're wrong. Tommy, there was simply not enough people down there to make any difference, to spark any. And Tommy, I don't want to keep repeating myself. We're dealing with the world's most powerful, corrupt people. A simple protest is not going to do anything. And me talking to Charles Payne, I used to think that in the past. Can I be honest with you? I was wrong. I'm admitting it to you right now. I was wrong. My whole concept of a protest was wrong. We're dealing with too many. There's too many. I realize it now, because now that I've been in this play for as long as I've been in this play, I realize what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a system that is so corrupt and so powerful that you can't even fathom it. You can't even fathom how you have no idea who's involved in this. It could be government. It could be the most richest, most influential business people in the world. And it's just, like Rocky IV. Remember when Adrian said to Rocky, when he wanted to go to Russia to fight Ivan Drago, she said, "You can't win." That's what Adrian said. And I have to be honest, I don't feel we can win the way we're thinking. The way we're thinking, we can't. It's physically impossible how are we going to win? The only way I see it is we have to team together as a movement, a worldwide movement. But instead of giving our money to Ken Griffin, and instead of giving our money to the 1%, we should form a movement where all of our money is used to fight the corruption. All of our money is used to fight Ken Griffin, not physically, but, in terms of legalities, in terms of having the financial power to compete. And that's what I want to do. And at this point, I only ask people for emails. I say, here's my email address: Richard, RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, 101 at gmail.com. Let me repeat that. Richard, RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, 101 at gmail.com. You simply send me an email saying, I'm in. Apefather, I don't want your money. This is not a solicitation of an investment. Spontaneous crusades. Let me read some comments. Let's make all those weak apes that folded come back begging to get back in. I agree. ZK8ET. What's up, brother? Wasted in America. Sandy's a great ape. He's a true ape. What's up, brother? The Apefather speaks from the heart. Thank you, American Dream. God bless you. But Rocky won. You're right. But the point, you're right, Tommy. But once again, he needed the ammunition. He had to train like he has never trained before. Remember what Duke said to him, Tommy? He goes, "You're gonna face the greatest nightmare of your life." He goes, "You have to give it all you got." That's it. So do you think we're giving it all we got, Tommy? I don't think so. What's up, Christopher? We are fighting multiple devils. I agree with you, Gallon. But that's what I'm trying to make all of you understand is that how do you expect to win like when you're battling the most powerful and the most corrupt people on earth? Do you really think a protest? Do you really think holding up signs? Do you really think that's going to beat Ken Griffin? Do you really think that's going to beat the corruption and everything we're facing? What's up, Greg? I didn't check, but I will check my emails, Greg. And God bless. Listen again. I applaud your effort, Greg, and I told you this before. I said to you, I appreciate what you all are doing. God bless you. God bless the Marine. I know you're all trying, but I just don't think you understand the magnitude of what we're dealing with here. That's what I think the problem is that I don't think most apes understand the magnitude. This system has been rigged for so long. The corruption is too powerful. You're dealing with too many powerful devils here. And we have to compete. We have to compete. The only way, you want to know the reason I came into the AMC movement? I wanted to make a difference, honestly. It wasn't even about the money. It really wasn't about the money. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I want to make money. But the most important thing I wanted to accomplish, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted a fair Wall Street. I wanted to beat the corruption, David versus Goliath. I wanted to win. I wanted to make something historic, history in the making. That's why I joined this movement. And that was my mission from the beginning. But I'm dealing with people that don't think like me. I don't even know how most of these apes think. I don't know what they think. They're like, I just want to buy and hold. That's it. I don't want to do nothing else. Buy and hold. Thank you, ZK8EET. Hashtag Apefather for CEO. See, I would make us win because I have the mentality and I have the balls and I have the attitude that you need for all. And not just, let me tell you something. I'm not even talking about just winning an AMC. I'm talking about history. Making history in the making. I am talking about actually beating the hedge funds. I am talking about beating Ken Griffin. I am talking about forcing Gary Gensler to do his job or to resign from his job. I am talking about big, huge outcomes if I became the CEO of AMC. See, I don't think you understand how big my mindset is. It's bigger than my belly, baby. 5 people started a protest against their country, was Tommy saying. After a few months, million was... Tommy, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think the apes have that mentality, brother. You want me to tell you the truth? I just don't think... I don't see it happening, Tommy. I'm sorry, you can get mad at me. I don't see millions of apes protesting because I think that they think of the Capitol riots. They think of January 6th. I'm telling you, Tommy, I think there's a lot of fear. I think they're afraid of getting shot. I think they're afraid of getting arrested. I think they're afraid of Citadel infiltrating the event. I think they're afraid of their families and their future and their jobs. And I do not see millions of apes protesting. I'm sorry, Tommy. I don't see it. But you see, the thing is, why we could all acquire AMC, that's something where it's not like you're not risking your life, you're not going to a protest, you're not getting arrested. You know what I mean? It's something that we could all do in a very safe way. And it honestly would have the majority of the chances of winning because now it's like, it's simple arithmetic. Once again, if you want to fight, you have to first of all, be in what's called a competitive, state of mind. You got to be in a competitive state of mind. We're not in like that song by Billy Joel, New York State of Mind. You got to be in a competitive state of mind. How are we in a competitive state of mind? Tell me how. We're going up against Ken Griffin, who's worth assets over $50 billion. How are we competing against him? How are we competing against the corruption? How are we competing against the DTCC? How are we competing against FINRA? Tell me how. Why? Because we held up sides? Because we were screaming on a megaphone? Look, I will try to push this message as hard as I can. I'm not giving up on you, okay? I'm not going to give up. But I just feel our only chance of winning is this idea I have. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you. You don't have to believe me, but that's it. I do not feel we're going to win unless we do this. So that's it. What's up, John, brother? God bless you. And like I said, John, I just want you to know, I love the Marine, brother. I respect the Marine. He is a Marine. John's a Marine. God bless all of you for your service of our great country. God bless the Marine for what he is at least attempting to do. But it's unfortunately, we're just dealing with too much evil. We're dealing with too much corruption. We need to think bigger. Apefather, do you watch The Food Boss? No, but I've been watching that guy, what's his name? Joey's World Tour lately. I like that guy. Richie made, yeah, everybody. Look, the regulator, look, you're going around saying that you're worth $47 million. Why don't you go pay for share intel yourself, you freaking Mama Luke? This guy's so worried about the Apes, the regulator. He claims he's worth $47 million. I'll tell you what, it's a tax write-off for you, brother. Go hire share intel for $50,000. You're such a big shot, the regulator. You made the mistake. But listen, everybody, I got to run. I told you this is going to be a short live. I got to take a shower. My wife's got dinner ready. I'm going to probably do another live later. I will check my texts, John. I'm going to check out Food Boss. All right. God bless all of you. V for victory. I'm telling you, check out when you see my videos, always read the description of my videos. That goes over my idea in more detail. This live stream is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. This is not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. This live stream and all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, because that's who I am, the world's greatest entertainer. The one and only Apefather in the house, baby. Wow!